Okay, so to go along with tonight's dinner, or if you want to make it for Thanksgiving or Christmas, I wanted to do a fudge brownie pecan pie. I had a gluten-free pie crust in the freezer. Don't have to use gluten-free, but I do gluten-free, as you know. And I have the gluten-free pie crust. It's thawed out and ready to go. I'm going to mix up the brownies, or if you want to do it very, very quickly, you can use the Cocoa Exchange Signature Dove Truffle Fudge Brownie Mix. This is awesome. It's amazing. It's very, very moist, very fudgy. I'm not using it tonight because this is not gluten-free. So I'm going to actually make a gluten-free brownie. I will post how to do both recipes though. So I'm making the brownies from scratch. I've already added in a cup of sugar in my bowl, and I've melted I'm using the signature from the Cocoa Exchange, the Signature Chef Select Dark Chocolate Bars. They're 1 ounce bars, so I use 2 of these. I'm telling you, if you use these, you will never go back to buying the baker's chocolate or any other chocolate at the grocery store. This is just amazing chocolate. If you like Dove, this is even better than just the Dove you get at the store. So I melted the 2 bars with 1/3 of a cup of vegan butter. You can use regular butter. Now I'm going to add in 3/4 cup of flour. Like I said, I had a cup of sugar in here already, adding in my 3/4 of a cup of flour. I'm using gluten-free flour.
Which one?
I use Bob's Red Mill, the 1-to-1. I'm going to grab a spoon out of here. Actually, I'm going to use a fork. Okay, then I'm also going to add in some baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And I probably should add, this is the recipe, I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is the recipe that I used when I was probably, I don't know, 6th grade in 4-H, and took these to the Pawhuska Osage County Fair, and I actually won a blue ribbon with these. So this has kind of been a go-to. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to add in 2 eggs. And I'm going to add in my melted chocolate and butter. So we get this all in here, all this wonderful dark chocolate yumminess. Oops. Vanilla overboard. Stirring it all up.
What brand of vanilla do you use?
I make my own vanilla because it's so easy. If you just get some vanilla beans and you stick them in a bottle, I cut them open and stick them in a bottle and add just vodka and let it sit. And I made this, I don't know, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, if not longer, because the longer it sets, the better it gets. And you can just, when I use that bottle up, I'll just keep adding the vodka to it. So it's super, super easy to do, less expensive to make it, other than cocoa beans can be expensive, I will grant you that, but it's a little less expensive to make it than to actually, buy the pure vanilla. You can also use vanilla extract. Get this off of there. Just kind of whip this just a little bit and get some of the lumps out of it. Now, I'm going to add, it's about a cup of, I use the cinnamon pecans or white chocolate cinnamon pecans from the Cocoa Exchange, and I chopped those up. You can use just regular pecans, and I'm going to throw those in there. It's about a cup, I said. And we're going to mix those in. Okay, and I'm going to put this then in my pie crust. And then we're gonna bake it for about 30 minutes. May take a little bit longer depending on your oven at 350 degrees. And then we're gonna have a brownie pecan pie. So yes, you could make just the brownies if you wanted to as well. Once you make this, you could top it with whipped cream if you wanted to. Make whipped cream, buy whipped cream, whatever you like. I'm gonna spread this around. If you did these as brownies, then you would put them obviously in a greased 8x8 brownie pan or square baking dish. All right, there you go. I'm going to put it in the oven and I'll show it to you when it's done. Okay, yep, here's our brownie pie, fudge brownie pie. Cut a piece out of it. The first piece is always the toughest piece to get out of a cake or a pie. It looks like my crust is gonna kind of come off, so it's not as pretty as I would like, but that's okay. It'll still eat very well. And here's why we don't put any whipped cream on ours. Pie's still warm. Gonna put a scoop of, if I can get it out of here. Okay, nothing wants to work tonight. Okay, we're gonna put a scoop of very vanilla cashew milk ice cream. So there we go.